Welcome and welcome back. This reading is going to be what you need to know and what's going to be happening in the next 24 hours. So we have three groups. Group 1 is manifestation, group 2 is inevitability, and group 3 is release. You can pick whichever card stands out or draws you in the most. All the timestamps will be down in the description box, and I will see you at your reading. Group 1, if you chose the card Manifestation with angel number 111, this is your reading for what is going to be happening over the next 24 hours and what you need to know during this time. So with getting 111 manifestation, I feel like this is some kind of new beginning, something that you have been manifesting. I feel like with this card, the way that the body is glowing is giving off this energy, this aura. So it's something that you have been kind of like manifesting and attracting it to you. So I feel like in the next 24 hours you're going to be receiving something that you have been wanting or attracting. So let's start with the tarot cards. Okay, group 1, what do you need to know and what's going to be happening over the next 24 hours? Oh. You could have been manifesting love. The first card out is the Ace of Cups. Okay, let's see what else. The Page of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you could have been manifesting love. And on the bottom of the deck is Judgment. I feel like this could be something that you have kind of been focusing on for a while now with the Seven of Pentacles coming. The Seven of Pentacles can talk about patience. It can talk about planting seeds. So you could have planted a seed with something that is going to be manifesting and over the next 24 hours. With the Page of Wands, it talks about some type of news. It can talk about incoming messages. So you could be getting some type of communication. Okay, I feel like there's some type of, you could be making some type of decision over the next 24 hours too. Okay, maybe you are juggling with a couple different decisions, but I feel like one in particular is standing out to you. It's kind of taking the cake of everything. So yeah, this could be definitely some type of good news coming in. If this is not love, like romantic connection, this can just be something that you love, something that you care about, something that is going to really make you happy, and something that you could have been focused on or working on for a while. Something that you definitely, you know what this is, because with the manifestation, I feel like this is something that you have specifically been manifesting. Okay, let's go to the next deck. On the bottom of the deck is love. Definitely, if you chose this group, this could be love, romance specifically. Okay, let's see what comes out. First card out is Perseverance. Let's get one more. And Abundance. I feel like something is moving forward. That's the energy that I'm getting with the Perseverance card. And it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Abundance says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. This could be something that you didn't think would happen, or maybe you had some doubts about it. But over the next 24 hours, this is coming in. And it may kind of surprise you, even though it's something you've been wanting, something you've been manifesting. Maybe you were feeling like, I'm hearing giving up. Maybe you had gave up, or you just had set your mind to like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm going to move forward from it. And I feel like that's very much in alignment with how things were supposed to go. So whatever this is, you definitely could have lost hope around it. On the bottom of the deck is Death. Yeah, you could have definitely put this to rest or been thinking about like moving on from this and putting it to rest. It says, I'm learning the endings are merely beginnings. This definitely could have been something that you felt like ended, like it was the end of it. But I feel like there's going to be some type of resurrection, some type of new beginning. Okay, let's go to the next deck. On the bottom of the deck is self-regulation with exalted moon. This is Taurus energy. Yeah, I feel like you've been in this period of whatever this is that has been, you've been manifesting, you've been waiting on, you've been being patient through this, I feel. But I feel like whatever has been happening in this situation has really put you in this space of this Ace of Cups energy of self-love, of focusing on yourself. And something has been happening within, behind the scenes with you. So it's really been helping you to be, it's like everything that's been happening has been meant. It's been happening for a reason. So yeah, you've been being put in this place of self-love and self-regulation to prepare for what's coming. First card out is take a risk. Okay, let's get one more. Oh. Okay, and you also have celebration. Let's see what this one is too. Meant to be. Okay, yeah, and that's kind of like the energy that I was getting. I feel like whatever has been going on, it just was meant to happen in this particular way. There may have been like some shadow work that needed to be done, and I feel like there's this new beginning coming where the ball is getting rolling on something, if that makes sense. Okay, on the bottom of the deck is cleansing. Yeah, I feel like this space that you've been in has been you and or this other person, maybe both of you have been kind of like mirroring each other, but I feel like this space has been very much needed in order to clear some things up internally. Okay, so the last deck that I'm gonna pull from, let's see, on the bottom of the deck is the mirror. Just like I was saying, the two of you have been kind of mirroring each other, and some things have been being cleared out within the both of you. A lot of like shadow work energy I'm getting, especially with this full moon on this card. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to just get one of these. See what comes out. Okay, the vow. Wow, yeah, I'm definitely getting like the energy of the Hierophant card. I feel like this is a relationship that could be moving to the next level. There could be some type of, so with a vow, those are like spoken words where, you know how people say their vows. I feel like there's going to be some type of communication where there's going to be an understanding and a union. Okay, I feel like something is going to be solidified within the next 24 hours. Yeah, I'm just getting like someone could be speaking their heart, speaking their mind, taking that risk and saying what's on their heart. Is falling right on top of this card. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck is the womb. The womb, the mother. You could be a mother, you could have children. I'm also getting this very nurturing type of energy. So you could be someone who feels very nurturing, very motherly, or this, whoever this other person is could feel that way to you. I'm also getting this very warm energy with the womb and the vow with this yellow, also the Ace of Cups. There's something very heartfelt, very loving in this energy. So that is all I have for this message. If it resonates, please give it a like. You can also subscribe for videos that I'll be doing in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. If you chose group 2 or the inevitability card, angel number 911, this is your reading for what's going to be happening over the next 24 hours and what you need to know during this time. So first thing first, I feel like whatever it is that's going to be happening is obviously inevitable. It's something that was always going to happen. It has to happen and needed to happen. And I'm even getting that it could be happening even sooner than you think. You're closer than you think is what I'm hearing. So there could be something that you feel kind of far away from, but I feel like what you're seeing on a surface level is not what is actually the truth of things. So you may feel very far from a situation, but you're actually, it's right around the corner. You're closer than you think. Okay, so let's start with the tarot cards. Also, butterflies could be significant. You could have been seeing them. Those could be signs for that something is close. Okay, on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, so that's this energy of this fiery energy, this quick moving energy, passionate energy. This is one of the faster moving knights. And I also feel this energy of a celebration, something that's going to make you very happy, very joyful. Okay, so I was just going on and pulling cards, and my camera actually ran out of space. I had to go back and delete some stuff in order to continue the reading. So there could be this need for you to kind of like cleanse and clear out things, or maybe that has been happening. So let me give you a little recap on like what's going on here. So the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles came out together, and also Temperance and the Two of Cups in reverse came out together. With this Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, I feel like maybe you were drawn to group 1 also, or you came from that group. But with the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, I feel like this is some type of new beginning for you when it comes to love, when it comes to finances, your material world. I feel like you're stepping into this new beginning altogether. And then with Temperance and the Two of Cups in reverse, if this has to do with another person, like there's a sense of separation right now. I feel like y'all could be kind of separated, because when I'm looking at the Temperance card, it almost looks like he's kind of separating these two. But I feel like the separation is so that some things can be cleared up and cleared out. There is an angel that is overseeing this connection, even if this isn't a love connection, this could be something to do with your finances, your career. It may feel a little bit stagnant. It may feel like things are not moving forward right now, but there's this sense of something that is really guiding and protecting this energy. And there was just a need for things to kind of like be isolated for a minute, or be separated for a minute, so that things could happen on each end in order to cleanse and clear this energy. Group 1 could definitely be very significant for you. So on the bottom of the deck is the Devil card. Maybe these are negative habits, attachments, behaviors, thoughts. There's just this sense of there needing to be some type of clearing and cleansing when it comes to you, another person, both of you. If this is talking about a connection, I definitely feel like this is talking about a connection with the Two of Cups coming up in reverse. Okay, so let's move on to the next deck. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck is forgiveness. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Maybe there's just something with this energy that is going to call for forgiveness, or this is you forgiving yourself for something. Maybe that's why the two energies had to be kind of separated in order for you to let go of some things that you may have been holding on to, maybe some behavior, some habits, whatever it may be. But let's see. First card out is love. I think this card was on the bottom of the deck in group 1, but it says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I feel like this is part of what had to be healed or worked on. Maybe there was this fixation on the negative versus the positive, or the negative over the positive. You or this other person could have been very focused on how things could go wrong, or something like that. But I feel like this is definitely a love connection, and I feel like it's inevitable that the two of you are going to be coming together. But there's just some things that had to be worked out, I feel. Okay, pride. Wow. Maybe pride was something that was getting in the way of this connection. Also on the bottom of the deck is fear. So fear and pride could have been big factors in anything that's going on in this connection. And maybe this is something, maybe this is the reason why there's a need for forgiveness. It says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah. And pride says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is a card about self-love. So there's definitely this energy of really needing to focus on self, really needing to love self and go within self and figure out self first before being able to come together with another person. And that could be where you are right now. I'm also getting that cleansing, decluttering, things like that could be very beneficial in helping to bring or manifest something in. Okay, let's see what this card is. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. This is bringing me back to the energy of an apology. Someone could be coming through with an apology and really like expressing what's on their heart and mind during this time. Especially with this is really giving me the energy of someone speaking from their heart. I am getting this energy of needing to be empathetic, okay, needing to try to be understanding and maybe hear someone out. Even if you decide not to move forward with this connection, there's a need to really hear someone out and allow them a space to speak their heart. And especially if this is someone who means a lot to you, who you have like a history with, you know, you don't have to accept them back into your life, but I do feel like there's a need to hear them out and allow them the space to really speak their heart and say what's on their mind. Okay, let's see. On the bottom of the deck is self-regulation. This group is definitely connected to group 1 because I want to say this was the same card that was on the bottom of the deck of group 1, and I did shuffle these cards, so yeah. Let's see. Okay, abundance also came out in group 1, and embrace uncertainty, moonlit. I feel like there's a energy of needing to kind of let go and allow, needing to detach from any outcomes. There's definitely this energy of someone who is very much maybe in your head about something, or you have like your mind set on something going a certain way. You may be someone who, I'm hearing strict. It's like you only get one chance. Like maybe you've been through some things in your past where you don't really give out chances. Once it's done, it's done. Once a person shows you a certain side of them, and I'm not at all against that, but I feel like sometimes there is a need to soften, especially when we kind of have to think about how serious a thing is. You know, if it's something that's not that serious, I feel like there may be a need to just hear this person out and just understand where they're coming from and why they did what they did, because there's this sense of someone who's very strong-willed, and this may be you. You may not be one to give out many chances to people. Once they kind of like do certain things, it's over. Like you may be quick to cut people off. I'm getting the Queen of Swords energy, but this is really asking you to be open and embrace uncertainty, to maybe even do things differently, or I'm just getting this energy of someone being open, needing to be open, needing to be empathetic, needing to kind of like let go of some of their pride. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck is higher power. I feel like whatever is happening is put in place by a higher power. It's inevitable. So it's like whatever is happening is definitely being protected and guided by the angels, by the higher power. So there's just this energy of needing to be open. Okay, don't be too closed off to things. Don't be too quick to dismiss people and things during this time, because I feel like there could be something or someone who is truly, they're truly genuine, even though they may not have handled the situation like they should. Okay, on the bottom of the deck is the fault line. Yeah, I feel like definitely something could have happened that was kind of like kind of faulty on either your part or another person's part. If this is you, I feel like an apology could go a long way. Self-expression, speaking from the heart, could really go a long way with the person. But I definitely feel like there was some type of fault that happened, something that you know, but I do also feel like someone's gonna step forward and try to redeem themselves. Okay, let's see what comes out here. The Cave. Interesting. This is giving me the energy of kind of like the chest, the heart, something caving. Maybe someone's pride is kind of like caving, or you know, I'm going to read this from the book because I'm not really sure what this card is about. On the bottom of the deck is the bridge. And you know what? In this card, there's two hands reaching out. I definitely feel like somebody's going to be reaching out soon. Over the next 24 hours, somebody's going to be reaching out and kind of like extending an olive branch is what I'm getting. So let's see what this card says. Okay, the cave. The dark, the portal, the interior. Those who are fortunate enough to find and enter the cave are forever changed. It is a place of potent power, acting both as a portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. The cave is a place to return for meaningful retreat, where one can see the true self in the darkness. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of that, but I did just get the energy of what I need. So I feel like there's something here about connection for sure. There's definitely a need for patience here. There's a need for patience and understanding in this situation. And there's definitely this energy of withdrawing into the self, withdrawing into isolation, understanding what is being, the need to understand what is being felt. And I am getting this energy of listen to a person's words, yes, but pay more attention to their action. Don't just go off of words, go off of action. So no matter what someone is telling you on a reading, online, go off of what is actually happening in the physical. Don't feel this empathy for someone who hasn't shown their hand. If someone hasn't shown their hand and isn't, don't worry about it, let it go. But I feel like if this person comes to you and they want to be open and they want to speak and they want to talk, you know, listen to them, but also look at what actions they're taking, what they're doing, how are they actually showing up. Don't just go off of what someone tells you. Go off of their actions always. Until they show you, then it's not real. It's not worth your time. If they're not coming forward and offering and being, you know, putting in the work, the effort, the action behind that, then they don't deserve your time. They don't deserve your energy or your effort. But I definitely feel like this is a situation where someone is going to put in that energy and that effort, but they just needed time to kind of process everything. We're also in Mercury retrograde, so that could play a big part in how things are happening right now. Okay, so that is all I have for this message. If it resonates, please give it a like. You can also subscribe for videos that I'll be doing in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. If you chose group 3 or the card 999 with release, this is your reading for the next 24 hours, what's going to be happening and what you need to know. So I feel like over the next 24 hours, you could definitely be closing out a major cycle. You could be releasing something. I've been getting the energy of someone who is decluttering, who is kind of getting rid of things, clearing their space. This could even be on an emotional level. Maybe it's both. One can be reflecting the other. Maybe the emotions and the things that you are releasing internally are reflecting externally through how you're moving in your physical environment. But I'm definitely getting the energy of someone who's cleaning, decluttering, getting rid of things, organizing, things like that. And I feel like this is very symbolic of some type of major ending or completion of a cycle that's happening for you right now. Okay, so let's get into the tarot cards. On the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. Okay, you're making space for something new to come in. I feel like you are manifesting and attracting a lot during this time. You're very attractive, very much in a very like high energy. Okay, and then the black cat is here. You're protected. Yeah, I definitely feel like you are making space for something new to come in. Very magnetic during this time, and maybe the releasing and the clearing that you're doing is making you that much more magnetic. First card out is the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Definitely major changes coming or happening for you during this time. I feel like there could be some material changes that are happening for you, and there could even be some things that are happening internally. Maybe you feel very conflicted during this time. Maybe you feel a lot of weight during this time, but I feel like it's only because you're about to step into this new beginning. You are completing something. You are in the last stretch of something. Okay, something that may be heavy, something that may be causing a lot of inner conflict. Okay, let's get one more card. Judgment. Yeah, this is a major cycle that you're coming out of and stepping into a new one. I feel like there is a huge awakening that's happening for you. Like, you are stepping into a new life. I don't know if you know this, or you know, can see this or not, but you're definitely stepping into a new self, a new life. I feel like you're being reborn during this time. So if life is feeling heavy, if you're feeling very conflicted, it's only because you're about to get ready to step into something completely new. On the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. Exactly. This energy of celebration, this energy of union, this energy of reaching some type of milestone. Okay? So, yeah, don't be too down on yourself. You know, I feel like maybe you are coming out of this during this time, but if you are in this energy, just understand that everything is happening for a reason, and whatever you're going through it because it's clearing up something. These are the two fives back to back is about major change and also positive change. So there's something very positive coming out of whatever it is that you're going through during this time. And also, you're at the very end of it. That energy of something being right around the corner with 999. The next number after 999 is 1,000. So that's the one. That's the new beginning. The 000. That's a new beginning, a reset. So I definitely feel like you're coming into a new beginning during this time. Okay. Next step on the bottom is grief. I understand that losing something is the opportunity to appreciate it. You could have had a significant loss recently, especially with this Five of Pentacles here. She looks very sad. It looks like she's mourning something. But I feel like this could definitely be a time where moving on is very significant. Now, I don't know what this loss has been. Of course, give yourself time to grieve if you need that time. I'm not sure what everybody's individual situation is, but I definitely feel like you're moving on from some type of grief, from something that maybe didn't work out. This could even be, I'm even getting the energy of something from the past that maybe you've been holding on to, okay, has been causing you a lot of grief, and it's time to move on from that. And there could be something coming in that's really going to help you to be able to continue forward, move forward, to let go of this grief, because this image of her coming out of her body is just giving me the energy of being renewed, restored. Okay, let's see. Courage. Okay, let's see one more. Courage says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And then you have change. Exactly. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Just like I was saying, there is some type of major and significant change that's happening in your life during this time. Okay, and it may be calling for you to have courage to move forward with something, to take some type of step and find the inner strength and the confidence to take some type of leap or to make some type of change. And maybe that's something that you have recently done. You've come out of some type of situation and made some type of change. You released something. You had the courage, you had the strength and the confidence to move forward from something, and you're being rewarded. You're being shown that this was a victory for you. On the bottom of the deck is relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. You could have walked away from a relationship. Maybe you're being called to walk away from a relationship. Maybe you're being called to take action on a new relationship or walk into some type of new relationship, because the Four of Wands does deal with union. In the original Rider-Waite Tarot, there are two people who look like they have just been married or something like that. So there could be this energy of union, of needing to step into some type of new union and let go of any old grief, old emotions, old thoughts, or whatever behaviors. It could be anything, but I'm definitely getting the need to make some type of change, to release something in order to move forward. Next deck on the bottom is Focus. there could be a need to shift your focus too, because with the change we have the blue and the orange, and then we have the blue and the orange here. So I feel like there's definitely a need to shift your focus. Beginnings on the bottom, yeah. Something is new, something is different, and it's calling for a new version of you. It's calling for you to think different, for you to act different, for you to understand that something is not the same as whatever you experienced in the past. This is a whole new beginning for you. So there's a need for you to even think and act differently in whatever this new thing is. And it definitely could be a relationship, with relationships coming up on the bottom of the other deck. Let's see. Enchanted. This is giving me the energy of something being very protected, very divine. Okay, let's keep going. The law of attraction. Okay, so I was getting this very attractive energy. I think it was at the beginning of this reading that the Queen of Wands was on the bottom of the deck. You are very magnetic during this time. You are attracting things from every which way. I feel like there's something about your energy that is just very magnetic, very blessed and enchanted, like the card says. And there's a need for you to really understand how powerful that is, because when it comes to the law of attraction, you can attract good things and you can attract bad things, positive things, negative things. It's all depending on how you focus your energy, how you focus your mind, your thoughts. So be very mindful of the things you speak. Be very mindful of the way you think and how you see your situation. Okay, you could be speaking positively and drawing in positive things. You could be speaking negatively and drawing in negative things. So just be very mindful of that, because there may definitely be a need to change the way you think and the way you speak. So there's really a need to change your mindset, upgrade your mindset. Okay, on the bottom of the deck is higher power. There is definitely a higher power that is coming through for you and really like trying to get you to see something. I feel really trying to get you to understand how you really shape your own reality. And it takes time to shift things. You have to continue, just like anything else, just like you have to continue to show up at a job to continue to get that paycheck. You don't get your paycheck the same day. You have to show up every day and you get your paycheck at the end of the pay period. So continue to show up and be positive and focus your mind in a positive way. Don't feel like things are not going to work out because they're not working out right in that moment. You have to continue to work on things. You have to continue to show up in order for things to change and become materialized for you. Okay, yes, I feel like you have been through a lot. You've seen a lot of things happen. There's just a lot of grief. There's a lot of things that just didn't work out. But know that everything that has happened for a reason. And now it's time for you to make a change. It's time for you to take everything that happened and kind of alchemize it and see it from a different viewpoint. Use it. Spin it into gold. Because everything happens for a reason. Even if it's just for you to learn a lesson. Learn the lesson and move on. Use it for your greatest good, your highest good. Because there's definitely a higher power supporting you. I feel like you are blessed. You are very blessed to be here, to be breathing, to be alive, to be well. You have your health. You have everything, you know. And even if you are struggling in the area of health, or you are struggling in certain areas, you can change that. You can change that by changing the way you see things, by changing your mind, by changing the way that you focus and look at life. Okay, so let's pull from the next deck. On the bottom of the deck is the Mountain. And this is giving me the energy that this has not been an easy road for you. Maybe you have been through a lot. You have had to climb to the highest mountain. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough to keep me from getting to you. So there's something, your higher self is waiting on you. And nothing is going to stop you from getting to that point. So you're going to continue to get these reminders. You're going to continue to get these messages that life is waiting for you. Your higher self, your higher timeline, whatever it is that you're wanting, that you want to manifest, that you want to have in life, it's waiting for you. All you have to do is have the courage to take those steps and to be consistent in focusing your mind in a way that is beneficial to you. Okay, this is also reminding me of the Hermit card, of going within. And honestly, I'm getting this energy of someone who, things that happen to you may not have been your fault, but it's definitely your responsibility to move forward from those things and do your best to get what you can out of those things in order to just move forward and make a better life for yourself, to change your mind in a way that is good for you. Okay, this is also card number 33. 33 could be significant. That is the master teacher. You could be in this energy of learning a lot, especially spiritually. You could have come into like spiritual awakening is what I'm getting. Or you could be in the process of having some type of spiritual awakening. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to get only one card from here. The Kiss. Interesting. There has been a lot about, I feel like, romance or relationship in this whole pick a card reading. I feel like each group or the previous two groups were a lot about connection, romance, union with another person. And I haven't gotten that this much with this group, but I feel like all of the deeper things that have been coming up in this group could be pointing to some type of connection or either coming from some type of connection. Because with the Kiss, I feel like sometimes when we come into union with other people, all the time when we come into union with other people, especially when that union is very powerful and we can feel a lot from that, we have this strong attraction to other people, it's mirroring something within us, it's showing us something within ourselves. And I feel like this could be something that you have experienced recently. There could be a specific person that you have come into union with that has really kind of like put you in this place of healing, of I keep hearing dark night of the soul. So they could have woke you up in a way or caused some type of awakening to happen within you. And it's like there's maybe it brought up some things to the surface that needed to be dealt with. Okay, I'm actually going to read this card. Okay, the Kiss. It says, write down the story of your first kiss. What was changed in that moment? Okay, the touch, the chemistry, the sex. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What would their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate. To become one. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self towards union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner. Wow. Which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. Intimacy is multi-layered and requires our reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, or shameful. That's interesting because I'm actually getting two energies here that I talked about. One where you are coming together with a person and that is awakening something within you, but there's also something happening on a more spiritual level where you are touching the divine. There's something about becoming more connected to your higher self, and I talked about this a little bit with the Mountain card. And I also talked about picking up on the energy of the Hermit card, of this solitary energy, but this is pointing towards coming out of this solitary energy into this energy of union, especially with the Four of Wands and the Kiss. I feel like some type of union is very significant for you during this time, something that you have attracted to you. Okay, I think that's fireworks. Okay, interesting. Fireworks are popping in my background. I think today is July 11th. So it's right after 4th of July, but not 4th of July. So it's interesting that that's happening right at the time where I'm doing this reading. There is definitely sparks between you and another person. Yeah, and I'm getting this very fiery and passionate energy. So you may definitely want to go back and watch, especially group one. I talked a lot about romance and union, and I also talked about it in group two. So you could have been drawn to those groups, or maybe you came from those two groups, but I'm definitely getting this energy of union. Okay, there's someone that you have come into contact with or into union with that has awakened something within your soul, within your heart. Okay, so that is all I have for this message. If it resonates for you, please give it a like. You can also subscribe for videos that I'll be doing in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.